So in this video, we are going to make hair shampoo. So I will explain how to make hair shampoo, either for your own personal use or for business purpose. Hair shampoo is very easy. So let's get right into the tutorial. So into this bowl, I am going to pour the quantity of water I will use for this production. So I'm going to use 5 liters. That is the total quantity of water I am going to use. So everything I'll be doing will be from this water. Now, let's get started by measuring the quantity of chemicals we need for this 5 liters hair shampoo. So the first chemical I am going to measure is my sodium sulfate. So if you don't have access to sodium sulfate, you can replace it with the normal salt you use in the kitchen, the normal cooking salt we use in the kitchen. So for the sodium sulfate, I am going to measure just 10 grams of sodium sulfate. That is what I am going to use. So after measuring the 10 grams of sodium sulfate, from the 5 liters water that I showed you earlier on, I'll go ahead to take about just 300 ml. You can take between 300 to 500 ml. Add your sodium sulfate into it and stir it very well. Set it aside and allow it to dissolve. So you can actually measure the powdered chemicals that need to be dissolved. Probably if you want to make your shampoo in the morning, just dissolve this overnight. Instead of you waiting for them to dissolve before you start your production, just dissolve them. Then when you wake up, you start your production. So the next chemical we are going to measure is our soda ash. Now, if you take a look at the quantity of these chemicals, they are just little chemicals. Like the quantity are not that much, so you don't need too much chemical to make your hair shampoo. Shampoo is not like the clothes that add different kind of chemicals. Your hair doesn't really need ash chemicals. So we are using soda ash, just 25 grams of soda ash. And just like the way we dissolved our sodium sulfate, you go to that water again, that your 5 liter water, take about 300 to 500 ml again, then add your soda ash to it and stir it, set it aside and allow it to dissolve. Don't forget, I said you can dissolve these things ahead of your production so that you don't have to wait for them to dissolve before you start making your shampoo. So just mix it together the way you see me do, set them aside and they will definitely dissolve on their own. So another thing I want to dissolve now is my color. Color is optional if you want it plain, so you don't need color. However, be sure of the kind of color you want to use, because something happened to me in this video that I would want you to learn from. And this is one of the reasons why I always say, either you are making liquid soap, shampoo, body wash or anything liquid, just be sure of the color you are using. So I actually thought that was orange color and I decided to dissolve it ahead, but when I added it to the water, I got something else. So physically it looked like orange, right? Like burnt orange, but it's not that thing that's inside. So it's important to dissolve your color separately to know what you are having and to even know if it is water soluble color or oil soluble color. Because if you use if you use oil soluble color, you will not like the outcome. It will not even mix well with your soap or your shampoo or anything you want to make. Oil soluble color dissolve in oil and water soluble color dissolve in water. And that is why some people, after making their liquid soap, they will complain, my color is separating, is not mixing well, is this, is that. Probably that might be the reason. So I took another one and dissolved it, and I have a tint of yellow. I was actually looking for orange, but in all the colors I have here, I did not see orange after dissolving it. So I will manage this that I have. So I'll dissolve it and set it aside. So the next chemical I am going to dissolve is my SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate. So you can use either SLS or Texapon, or better still, Cucamide. If you have access to Cucamide, is a better surfactant than SLS or Texapon. So I'm going to use SLS in my own case. I couldn't get access to Cucamide at this point, so I'm using SLS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate. So after measuring my SLS, I'll go ahead and dissolve it also. So you need your chemicals dissolved. So for the SLS, we need just 40 grams of SLS, just like you see me measure in this video. Then after measuring my SLS, I will also go ahead, take some quantity of water, add my SLS into the water and dissolve it. Please don't forget that all these waters I'm using in dissolving my chemicals were taken from the 5 liters of water that I showed you at the beginning of this video. So I didn't take any water from elsewhere again. Be informed, please. So another thing I am going to work on is my menthol crystals. However, menthol crystals is totally optional. This is if you want your shampoo to have that peppermint effect, to be a bit hot, not too or just mild. So this menthol crystals doesn't dissolve in water, so it can only dissolve in oil and probably your perfume and some very strong chemical. So if at all you don't have a way to dissolve it, this what I'm doing now is what you should go ahead and do. Just wrap it into a paper or something that you know will secure it. Then go ahead and crush it, crush it into small granules so that it'll be very easy for you to mix. If not, if you add it directly like this to your shampoo, when the shampoo settle down, you will see all the menthol crystals on the surface. It will not dissolve. It is very, very stubborn. So just go ahead and crush your menthol crystals. After crushing it, you set it aside. So this is what I am going to use to crush my own menthol crystals. And this is after crushing it, it's already like in fine powdered form, right? Even after, securing it many layers, can you see that the paper is about getting tear, right? So this is our soda ash after it has dissolved. Can you see how clear it has become? Then let's check our SLS, the one that looks like a grain of rice. Can you also see it? Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? So you need to wait for all your chemicals to properly dissolve for you to have a better and beautiful outcome. Whatever you are making, do not be in a hurry. Be it liquid soap, hair shampoo, shower gel, anything. So this is our sodium sulfate, the first one we dissolved. Can you see it, guys? So there is a powder chemical we did not dissolve, and that is going to be our base and our thickener, which is nitrosol. So I believe if you are used to liquid soap making, you will know nitrosol very well. So this is me measuring the quantity of nitrosol we need. Please make sure when you are working with chemical to not taste any chemical. They are very, very dangerous, no matter how appealing they might look, because this nitrosol is looking like milk, right? Please do not taste it and make sure you work in an open environment. And always use protective gears like your glove, like your nose mask. So for my nitrosol, I used 30 grams. However, I want you to know that this nitrosol, there are some that are active and there are some that are weak, depending on the time they've stayed in the place you got them and how exposed to hair they are. So I use just 30 grams because my nitrosol is very, very active. So you might use up to 40, 50 grams and you're still not even getting what you need. So after mixing my nitrosol very well and it starts to get thick, then you start adding your chemical one after the other. So I added my soda ash first, and after adding it, you give it a very good mix. Please make sure you mix well before you add the next chemical. So I mixed for 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how vigorous you are mixing. If today is your first time of coming across my channel, you are mostly welcome. Please do well to join this wonderful family by hitting the subscribe button and put on your notification bell so that whenever I upload new video, you get notified. Please don't forget to like and share this video with your loved ones. So after mixing it, I hope you can see what it has become, right? So you come in with your SLS, that is your sodium lauryl sulfate. You add it to it, then mix very well again before you add the next chemical to it. And to all my returning subscribers, I sincerely want to appreciate you guys for always coming back to watch my video. I say a very big thank you for choosing Lady T Skills and Empowerment. I really, really, really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like and share this video with someone that might need it. So after adding and mixing SLS, then we come in with our sodium sulfate. Don't forget, I said if you don't have access to sodium sulfate, you can replace it with the normal cooking salt we use in the kitchen. So after adding your sodium sulfate, you also go ahead and give it a very good mix. So can you see the way I'm mixing it? Please do not touch chemical with your bare hands. Make sure you work in an open environment. It is very, very important, guys. So this is me still mixing it. You mix it very well for everything to combine before proceed to the next level. So can you see it? Can you see the outcome, like how dripping it is from the container I used to check if it is okay? So the next thing you see me adding now is my vegetable glycerin, and I added just 5 ml of vegetable glycerin to my shampoo mixture. So after adding the vegetable glycerin, then we go ahead and add the next thing to it. So the next thing I'll be adding to it is my vitamin E oil. So I will go ahead and add vitamin E oil to my shampoo mixture. Please, whenever you are working in anything, make sure you take your measurements accurately. It is very, very important so that you don't end up getting what you don't desire. So for my vitamin E oil, I added 5 ml or so. So after adding my vitamin E oil and my glycerin, you saw me mixing it well, right? Now the next thing I will add now is my fragrance and my color, but there is something I want to show you. I divided my color into two, like the color I dissolved earlier. I divided it into two. Then I'll add my fragrance into it. Then I will now add my menthol crystals into it also. So can you see it? I'm adding my menthol crystals. Now I want you to know that these menthol crystals can be dissolved in your fragrance, not color. This is color that I'm holding here. So after I went ahead to like grind it the other time, you can just add it into your color and allow it to dissolve before you get to this point. But I didn't want my color to like the fragrance, into your fragrance. I didn't want the fragrance to escape. So like the smell, I didn't want it to go away because I could not have access to a covered container at that point. So I waited to this point. So I'll add my fragrance into this now, and you will notice that the menthol crystals will melt on its own. Can you see it? So everything will dissolve and it will mix well with that color fragrance before you add it to your shampoo. Please, even if you are working with liquid soap also or whatsoever liquid production that requires all these menthol crystals, perfume, fragrance, I beg you, do not add it to it directly. Just do it separately, because number one, you don't know the brand you are using, you don't know how strong or how weak they might be, you don't know the negative impact they might have on your production. So it's better you just mix them separately first to weaken whatsoever negative energy they have before you add it to your main production. Chemicals are really costly now, and it won't make sense for you to like use your strength, use your energy, use your money, and at the end of the day you didn't come out with something meaningful. So this is after mixing those three together. Can you see that you cannot even see most of the menthol crystals again? So after grinding, you can just dissolve it in your fragrance. So I'll go ahead and take some quantity of my shampoo mixture. So this is me mixing it together before I take the one I want to use. Then after taking it, I will pour that menthol crystals, fragrance, and color into it. Remember, I didn't pour it into the whole mixture. I took some quantity out, right? So I'll go ahead and add the remaining color that I left behind. So after adding it, I'll take my spatula or whatever you are using to mix, then mix it together very well. Please make sure you mix together and let it combine well before you transfer it back into the main mixture. It is very, very important. So whatever power or energy this is having, the one you added it into will break it down before you add it to your main production. So I'll add it back to the main production, give it a very good mix before we continue. Please, if you are new here and you have not subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button and put on your notification bell to join this wonderful family so that whenever I upload new video, you get notified. And to my returning subscribers, if you haven't give this video a like, please kindly do so. And don't forget to share with your loved ones. So this is me still mixing it. You need to mix it very well. Then after that, I'll go ahead and, pour it into a bowl with a container. And sorry, with a lid, with a cover. So I'll pour it into that. That's after giving it a proper mixing. So the last thing I will add now is my liquid Gemma Plus, which is my preservative. So liquid Gemma Plus is one of the best preservative for skincare products, for hair products. Like, it is skin friendly. So that is what I'm using. You can use any other um preservative that is nice to the skin or nice for skincare production. So I use liquid Gemma Plus, and I added just 5 ml of liquid Gemma Plus to it. So this is after it has settled down. Can you see my shampoo? And this is me bottling the shampoo, like I'm putting it into the shampoo after leaving it for some hours to settle down. Can you see it? I was supposed to have orange, but I have yellow, so I will manage it like that. So can you see it, guys? It is very easy, and you don't need much chemicals, and you don't need harsh chemicals to make it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video to this very end. Please don't forget to like and share. See you in my next video. Bye.